Hello everyone and welcome to Sewing Saturdays. My name is Gina and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this pillow here. As you see, it has a pocket here, has a crisscross, and also has zippers that they open here, and you can put stuff in here and close it. I find this kind of pillow is kind of cute even if you have children that like to write a diary. Then you can, because you have the two zippers here, what you can do, you can get a little lock and you actually can lock those little zippers, and then the stuff, whatever you have in it, only with the little key you can open it. Great to put a diary or something in it. Also, you know, maybe they don't want their siblings to touch the toys, so they can put special stuff in there and have it locked. Also, if you want to have it in your couch, you can have with remote control, a couple books, a couple other things, and it really adds a lot of little detail on it, as if you see like that. All right, so also what you can do with this pillow, after you close your zippers, you can go here and turn it to the other side, and you have half on this side and half on this side, and you can also turn the other one to this side. This side is now even, and this side here, all the zippers are hiding inside, so you don't see the zipper, you just see the crisscross. So you have a lot of little options that you can do with this pillow. Okay, we're gonna get started with the materials. Let me just grab all my materials and I'll be right back. So I'm back. I have all my materials here. I'm gonna put this pillow here to the side here, and I picked, since it's Valentine's Day, we're in February and it's Valentine's Day, so I figured I would use something kind of Valentine's Day colors. So I have here these fabrics here. It's called Key of My Heart, and so what I did for my material, I picked a red and a cream, and then for my background I picked more like a solid that would go with my fabrics, and for my back also the same. So I'm going to give you all the measurements. So let's see. So in order for you to determine what size you need, you're going to measure your pillow all the way around. Okay, and that measurement that you have here, for example, I have here 32, so I would divide that measurement in half, and in centimeters I have 81 and 32 inches. And because it's a pillow, it would be the same measurement this way. So what are you going to do? You would cut two pieces, well, one piece for the front, that would be half of that, so 32, if you divide it by 2, it's 16, but you have to add seam allowance, so I would cut a 17 inches piece for this part here. And my back on this one here, as you see, I actually I filled it because I didn't have the pillow on this side, and I still have to sew this closed a little bit here. But my next one, I'm actually going to add a zipper here in the middle. And what are you going to do for that? You're going to cut two pieces. So if we said there was 16, so it would be 17 by 17, but you're going to have to add this way where we're going to do the zipper. You're going to add, I would say about maybe about 4 inches extra this way. So you would cut 17 by 20. Okay, that would be to fold on top of the zipper. And I'm just going to give you the measurements that are here because I'm using a bigger pillow this time, and I'm just going to give you my pillow that I have is slightly bigger, so I'm going to give you these measurements, and then in the end I'll let you know what size pillow I have. I'll have to measure it. So what I have here for my front, so I have 18 by 18, and then I have for my back I have one piece that's 18 by 9 3/4, and this other one I would have again 18 I have by 13. But if your pieces are slightly longer, it's no big deal. As long as you have your front the size of the pillow, the back you can always trim it down, so I wouldn't even worry too much about it. Then for her pockets, you're gonna cut 2 squares of this color, 1 square. Okay. You're gonna cut two squares 18 by 18 of this color, same size as the front. See, I already cut mine in half, and so that would be 2, and then 2 of the other color. See, that's 2 here, 1 2 and 1 2, and the measurements of this is 18 by 18. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna cut it side to side. You're also gonna be needing zipper, and I'm going to be using zippers by the yard. In this case here I'm going to use red that I have here, and our first step will be sew her zipper to the pockets. So what are you going to do, you're going to pick up a red pocket, one of the red pieces. You're going to get your zipper, and you're going to measure a piece slightly longer, just a tiny little bit longer than that, and you're gonna cut it. So you're gonna need 2 pieces like that, same size, 2 zippers that size. And what I have here size wise, yeah, about 27 inches that I cut. But if you don't have a zipper this long, for example, if you only can find zippers that are already done and they are shorter, what you do is you put fabric on it. So you would attach a piece of fabric to the ends here, all right, just to make it longer all the way to the end of your fabric, right? So you would attach a piece of fabric here, you would go here, you would get a piece of fabric, you would sew it this way and then sew it this way, and then when you attach this to the zipper, what you would have there would be fabric, and that's fine too, all right? But I'm going to be using that. So my next step is to actually sew these zippers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put right side of the zipper with right side there, okay, and then I'm gonna get a cream color for my lining, and I'm gonna put on top, and I'm just gonna go to the machine and I'm gonna sew this end to end. All right, so put a couple pins, and we're gonna do the same to the other side, but the other side I'm gonna start with the cream. So I'm gonna cut another piece, right sides to the cream, and now I'm gonna put a red as my lining. So right side of my zipper to right side of the cream with my lining. Okay, I'm gonna even these out, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew these, and I'll be right back. So I'm back. So we're gonna end up with 2 pieces like this, one that's like that. So, and then of course the one that's gonna go across my pillow, okay, that's gonna be like this. Okay, but now I need to attach the other side because I'm creating a pocket, right? So now I have my other 2 pieces here, right? So what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna do the same thing that what I did with the other 2 pieces. So I put these ones here to the side, this one here, start with this one. So red, right sides together, as if you were creating a pocket, as when we do a little bag, a makeup bag is exactly the same idea, just you working with a square. So, and then one of these for my lining. Okay, so right sides and right sides together. Again, you're gonna even it out. Make sure these are even together. And we're gonna sew this across. Again, touching the zipper. Use a zipper foot and try to decrease your stitch length to, I would decrease it to about a size 2, so for about 2, because this fabric is cut in the bias, it has a tendency to stretch, and if you have a smaller stitch length, it will decrease a little bit the stretch of your fabric. Okay, so you're going to do that to this one, then this one the same thing. All right, so I'm going to go to the machine. I'll be right back. So then you're going to end up with 2 pieces like that. One that has my zipper to the right color of this here, see? And that's the wrong color. That's going to go like that. And one that's my right side of my zipper to the top of the red. That's to do my crisscross pocket like that. All right. So our next step is to do a top stitch on these. So on this one here, the red one, that's, see, my zipper is to the right top, to the top where I'm going to be folding. Because I want this to fold like this, okay, I'm going to want my zipper to fold like this. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a top stitch on the bottom side, on this side here, okay, and then on this one here, I'm also going to do my top stitch here on this side. This side here, I'm not going to do it because when I fold this to have my zipper this way, I'm going to be doing a top stitch there. And that's your next step. After you've done your top stitch here, you're going to go here. You're going to fold this just a little bit, about the size of the zipper, I would say, about a half an inch. And then you're going to do your top stitch there. So this is going to end up like this. So but remember, first you do the top stitch here to this zipper here, then you fold this part here and do a top stitch there with this folded like this, just to create the pocket. But don't do your top stitch like this, because then when you open the zipper, there's no pocket. When you're done that, you're going to end up with the 2 pockets just like this. Okay, that's going to be on our pillow, right? Or probably I'm going to put the red up. But if you turn to this side, now you see you shorter here. So what we're going to do, we're going to trim this off after we do all those steps. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, sew my pieces, and I'll be right back. So I did my top stitch and I sewed the top. So now I'm going to trim. Before I trim this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my zipper pulls. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 on each one. And so what I'm going to do here, I'm going to open this, and one side I'm going to trim a little bit, just a little bit, make it shorter. Then, and this is really, it's practice. The more you do, the better you get at it. And this one is in. I'm going to go to this side and do the same thing. Going to open a little bit, because I'm going to do 2 in each side, 2 pulls facing each other, one coming from each side of my pocket. Okay, so I have these in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim this to the right side of that red part. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to get my front. That's 18 by 18. And I'm going to put this here together, like that. I'm going to even it out. Again, if it's slightly bigger, you can always trim that off. In this case here, looks like, let me bring that down slightly. And even it out with that piece. And if it's slightly bigger, don't worry about it, just trim it off to the right size of your front. Okay, so you're gonna go like that. And then you're gonna get your red part, your red one, and we're gonna do the same thing, put it on top, even it out with there, and gonna bring it down like that. And what I want you to do is pin it, turn it here, and if you see here, I have two little tips here that's slightly bigger than my friend. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna cut it. So I'm gonna go on the sewing machine and I'm gonna secure that in place. And we're gonna start with the back. So our back, we also need to put a zipper. So I'm also gonna put this red one. So I don't need probably the whole length, but I can put the whole length. So I'm just gonna go here and cut it slightly bigger, just a tiny little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach my zipper on just the way we do it. So right side of the zipper, right side of the fabric, and I'm gonna sew that. When I'm done that, I'm gonna get my other piece, that's the shorter piece. I'm gonna also put it right side and sew it to this end here, matching my fabrics, and I'm gonna sew it there. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do all of that and I'll be right back. So I secure my two parts around my front and sew my zipper to that. So now what I want to do is I need to bring this to the right size here, and I want to cover my zipper. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this, and if you see here, I need this to be exactly this size. So I'm gonna fold, then I'll measure, make sure it's even. So if you want, what you can do is put this on top like this, even out your bottoms, then you know exactly how much you have to fold, right? So I need to bring this part here to the top here, right? And now I know this would be my fold here. Just make sure this is even. Okay, so now I have my both parts even like this, so I know this is my fold that's gonna go on top of my zipper. So I'm gonna go here and mark, I would say I have about 3 inches here folded, but it doesn't really matter, you can do a little bit less or a little more. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a top stitch on this part here only, see, like that. And then I'm gonna put my zipper pull in, and then I'll be right back. So I'm back. As you see, I put my zipper pull. Okay, and what I did, I just secured this part here, my fold, that fold that we did. I sewed here and here on both sides. Now we're gonna get our outside fabric, your front, and we're gonna put right sides together, and we're gonna sew this all the way around. We don't need to leave an opening anywhere, because we're gonna put our pillow through our zipper here, through this part here. Also, if you have a serger, put your pillow through the serger, and so you don't have any fraying happening. If not, just use a zigzag. Any zigzag that you have in your stitch will do. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew it and turn it to the other side and put a pillow in it, and I'll be right back and show you the finish pillow. I'm back, and our pillow is done. I already put a pillow in there through my zipper opening here in the back. So it's covered here so you don't even see it. Okay, so it's done. So you can get a little lock, and definitely put something in there. This fabric, anyway, if you're wondering what did I use here, this is from Henry Glass, and it's called Key of My Heart. And there it is. Our pillow is completely done. So you can fill it, put some books, put whatever you decide on it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We'll see you next Saturday. Happy sewing, everyone.